You've probably hit that wall where your AI agent works perfectly in a demo, then completely falls apart the moment a real user does something unexpected. You add a retry here, a conditional there, and suddenly your once clean Python script looks like a plate of spaghetti held together by hope and print statements. That mess is exactly the problem LangGraph claims to solve, but solving it comes with a price tag of its own. Let's be clear about what LangGraph actually is, because the marketing tends to muddy it. At its core, it's a framework for building stateful, multi-step agent workflows as a graph. You define nodes, which are just functions that do work, and edges, which decide where execution flows next. The killer feature is shared state, a single object that gets passed and updated through every node. Instead of cramming everything into one giant function with nested if statements, you draw a map of how your agent thinks and let the framework handle the routing. The reason people reach for it is genuinely valid. Imagine a customer support agent that needs to classify a request, look up account data, maybe call a tool, decide if it needs human approval, and loop back if the answer isn't good enough. Modeling that as a linear chain is miserable. LangGraph lets you express cycles, actual loops where an agent can retry, reflect, and self-correct, which plain chains simply can't do cleanly. Add in built-in persistence, where you can checkpoint state to a database and resume a conversation hours later, and you've got something that feels purpose-built for production. But here's where the complexity bites. The learning curve is steep, and it's steep in a frustrating way. You're not just learning an API, you're learning a mental model. Concepts like reducers, functions that control how state updates merge together, trip up almost everyone at first. You'll spend an afternoon debugging why your messages list keeps getting overwritten instead of appended, only to discover you needed an annotation you didn't know existed. The documentation has improved, but you'll still find yourself reading source code and GitHub issues more often than you'd like. And that's the central tension of this whole question. For a simple use case, a single prompt, one tool call, a straightforward retrieval-augmented response, LangGraph is absolutely overkill. You'd be writing 50 lines of graph boilerplate to do what a basic function and a try-except block handle fine. Reaching for it, there isn't engineering discipline. It's resume-driven development. The complexity only pays off when your problem is genuinely complex. Branching logic, multiple agents coordinating, long-running tasks, or workflows where you need to pause for human input and pick back up later. So how do you actually decide? Ask yourself a few honest questions. Does your agent need to loop or revisit earlier steps based on intermediate results? Do you need to persist and resume state across sessions? Are multiple agents or tools interacting in ways that are hard to predict linearly? Do you need fine-grained control to inspect, interrupt, or roll back execution? If you're nodding to two or more of these, the upfront pain is probably an investment. If you're only nodding out of fear of future complexity that hasn't arrived yet, you're over-engineering. My honest take after building real systems with it: LangGraph is neither hype nor pain. It's a power tool. And like any power tool, it's overkill for hanging a picture frame and indispensable for building a house. The mistake most people make isn't choosing it. It's choosing it too early, before they actually have the problem it solves. Start simple, let your requirements push you toward the graph, and adopt it when the spaghetti becomes undeniable. If you found this useful, you know what to do, and tell me in the comments where you've landed on the complexity debate.